Welcome into another live commitment. I am excited to be here. Are you excited to be here? You better be, because we got a top prospect committing with us today. This is the third commitment on the Rivals YouTube channel of the day. Yes, this is the third commitment of the day, so stay locked in, get subscribed, because when we go live, you get notified, and you get notified of cool stuff like this. All right, who are we here for today? It is Jayce Brewer. He's the number 9 ranked player in the state of Indiana. He goes 6'5", 225. He attends Franklin Central High School in Indianapolis, Indiana, and he has been getting offers. His offseason has been blowing up, visits, offers. But today, he's got it down to 6. Michigan, Indiana, Purdue, Tennessee, Kentucky, and Auburn. Those are the finalists. Now, before we head out to Indianapolis, let's put on those highlights. Here you can see Jayce Brewer is one of the most ferocious pass rushers in America. He has the size, he has the strength, he has athleticism, and he has versatility on that D-line as well. But one of the things he's going to do is wreak havoc on opposing offenses at 6'5", 225. He's also got the frame to add more weight and keep that athleticism that makes him so special. So, very versatile player on the next level. You can see why he is so coveted. All right, let's put on those social handles. Remember, Jayce Brewer's career, it's about to take off, you guys. So go follow him. You see the handles there. Go hit follow. All right, I think we got them all ready. Let's go out to Indianapolis, Indiana. We got Jayce Brewer. Jayce, it's your big day. How you feeling?
I feel great. This has been a long process, but, it's all been a blessing. So, I'm excited to release my commitment.
Yeah, and we see at the bottom of the screen here your top 6. What was it about these programs that made your final list?
I would just say the relationship that I've built with the coaches, from my sophomore year till now, it's been a long process. And, relationships matter because, I'm going to eventually go to the school for, 3 to 4 years. So I feel like a relationship's the best thing to establish at first. And I established a good relationship with all those schools. So that stood out to me the most with these.
Yeah, and I bet that's what makes this decision so tough. You got 6 programs there. They're all great coaching staffs, all great opportunities, but in this moment, you can only pick one. The floor is yours. Say your thank yous and let us know where you plan on committing to college.
So first off, I would like to thank God for putting me in this position. Without him, this would not be possible. I would like to thank my coaches, my family members, my teammates for supporting me throughout this. I have a great support system. My coaches they believed in me, gave me an opportunity to be great, to strive. My family, my mom, I thank her for everything, for putting me in football in kindergarten. It helped me a lot. And then I like to thank Coach West, Coach Rob, two people that helped me the most throughout this journey. Coach West took me on visits, stuff like that. Thankful for him for that. Coach Alfred took me on visits, thankful for him for that. I like my teammates. We're a brotherhood at the end of the day. Without them, I wouldn't be in the position I am right now. We're at the end of the day, we're one big team. So I feel like I need to shout them out because they helped me play. They played a big part in this. And with that being said, for the next 3 to 4 years, I'll be playing at University of Michigan.
Wow. There it is. Michigan for Jayce Brewer. Jayce, incredible moment. Thank you for hold on. Let's get the Michigan helmet out here and everything. We are celebrating here in the studio. Why was Michigan the best fit for you?
What'd you say?
Why was Michigan the best fit?
From the day the new coaching staff came in, they've been on me heavy. I have a great relationship with Coach Whittingham, Coach Hill, the defensive coordinator, Coach Powell, Coach Denningham. I have a great relationship with all of them. They believed in me from the start, and I appreciate them for that.
Okay, well, Michigan fans are loving this. They're in the chat right now. Talk to them for a moment. When you arrive in Ann Arbor, what type of player are they getting in Jayce Brewer?
You're gonna get a player that just puts his head down and works for everything. I want to come in, turn the program around, get back to that that winning culture, get a national championship back to Ann Arbor. So, yeah, that's what you'll be getting out of me.
Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you for doing your live commitment here on the Rivals YouTube channel. We appreciate it. Go have a blast and go Michigan.
Yes, sir.
There it is. Jayce Brewer from Indy to Ann Arbor. Michigan lands another major commitment this spring. Top 20 class now knocking on the door of a top 15 class. Let's bring in, who do we have here? We got Greg Smith, Rivals national analyst. Greg, let's talk about explosive edge Jayce Brewer. What do you love about his game that he's going to bring to Michigan?
Yeah, first of all, awesome to be a part of that moment. That was a great moment
cool.
With him and his family and everybody going nuts. That's awesome. You cannot beat that. Such a big moment. But, he's a really good football player. He's exactly the type of player that it feels like Michigan always has, right? They get these guys that are about his size, 6'4", 6'5", 225, that are really good players off of the edge, that can get after the passer. But then also, I think that he is a kid that'll be able to continue to bulk up and still keep a lot of that explosiveness to then help them also be able to, stop the run, which obviously you have to do in the Big Ten as well. I think he's a really good player with a lot of upside, and his best football playing days are ahead of him.
I agree. And with that frame on a 6'5" body, I mean, he's going to be able to add weight, stay athletic. Can't wait to see what he brings. Now, let's talk a little bit about what Michigan's been doing this offseason. Of course, new head coach Kyle Whittingham and his staff have hit the ground running. Now, you're our Midwest analyst here at Rivals. What's kind of the buzz around this new Michigan staff?
Yeah, I think that the thing at first when they got there, like you mentioned, they hit the ground running, and I think the right way. They got out there and just really boots on the ground and tried to make impressions on people and just get as in front of as many high school coaches, in front of many prospects as they could. Because remember that especially with Coach Whittingham and all the guys they brought from Utah, was in a totally different area of the country, right? And so they had to get everyone familiar with them, and people have been really impressed with what they've heard. You heard Jayce mention about how this staff was able to really pick things up once they all got in place. And you're starting to hear that from a number of prospects that Michigan had already been in on, and then guys that this staff has targeted to kind of bring along with them from the times that they were recruiting at Utah. So I think that they're a team we're going to continue to have these kinds of big announcements from them that they'll be involved in, because I think they're going to have a really hot summer.
Oof, you're right. And there is room to grow here. This is commit number 7 for Michigan. Greg Smith, Rivals national analyst. Thank you for dropping by. What a special commitment that was by Jayce Brewer.
Yeah, definitely, man. Thanks for having me.
All right, there it is. Greg Smith, the 7th commitment in the class. Jayce Brewer, he goes 6'5", 225 pounds. And you heard what Greg's had to say. There could be more coming. So Michigan fans, make sure you are subscribed to this channel, because not only do we have more commitments coming, but it is going to be a wild finish for the Wolverines. We'll see you guys next time.